So first of all, again, I appreciate you reaching out to us. You have filled out a form where we received your name, email, and then we connected with you. So if you can tell me a little bit about what you're looking at or where you are in your vehicle search process, then we can tailor our conversation accordingly.
Yeah, thanks. So basically I had a Mercedes E400 Wagon, and it got totaled recently, and I'm looking to get another one, basically. The E450 All-Terrain. I'm a very easy explanation. I'm only looking for one car. So it's not complicated on that level.
Okay.
So I'm looking for the E450 All-Terrain, probably like from 2023 or 2024, something like that. Um,
Okay. And okay, just let me. And in E 450, what you have mentioned, what is the trim level you are looking at?
well, there's only one wagon they make. It's the All-Terrain. Yeah.
Oh, all-terrain wagon. Okay, perfect. I found it. Okay, great. I'm just making sure that we understand it correctly. And you are looking for a pre-owned one, but
Yeah,
2023
pre-owned
or
ones.
new one.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And
Yeah.
I'm very, very sorry to hear that your current vehicle got totaled, but I'm glad that you are safe and sound. That is what is the most important thing as as a part of that journey. Any color preference you have for this the vehicle what you're looking at? Let me just
Any
pull
color
it up.
preference?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's pretty, it comes in different colors, but it's limited from what I can see in terms of what's available for what I've searching
Mm-hmm.
online. It
Mm-hmm.
seems to mostly come in black, white, gray. Um, those seem to be the ones that it comes with. And so, you know,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And you are comfortable with all the three options, which is like the black, white, or the gray one?
Yeah, the only thing I just don't like white interiors.
Okay. So darker interiors, no beige or white interiors, right?
Beige, I don't think they make beige. I know they have brown. Brown is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Light
But
or white interiors. Okay. Noted. And I know that the car has been totaled. So are you looking to get the deal as soon as possible? What is the timeline we are looking at here?
um it doesn't have to be as soon as possible. I just need to find the right deal. It
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
probably probably the end. I probably by the end of July.
Oh, end of
So,
July. So we have about 2 months.
yeah, I would say, I mean, I don't
Okay,
think I'll need
that's
it
good enough.
until,
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, and I'm talking like I would need it delivered by the end of July. So it would have to be, I'd have to have possession of it by the end of July. Yeah.
Sure, 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 sure.
Yeah.
Uh, so typically in the pre-owned one, our average time is between 2 to 4 weeks, considering that we find the exact make, model, trim level, and then again, as it's a pre-owned one, if it is a little bit farther away, we will coordinate and we'll figure out whether we are doing the shipping or whether you are taking a flight or whether you are driving down there. So we'll coordinate on the logistics front as well. For the
Yeah.
pre-owned one, we'll also look at a detailed Carfax report to make sure it's a clean title, there is no salvage, there is no lemon title, there is no rebuild one, etc. The second
Yeah.
one is we'll be looking at a dealership inspection report to make sure that all the 110.110 points have been tested and reviewed upon. The third thing, what we always do, not for the all the listings what we'll find online and by connecting individually with all the dealerships, but let's say the final one what we shortlist, We'll also go for PPI, which is a pre-purchase inspection, to make
Huh?
sure that, again, there is no issues with the engine or with the transmission. Essentially, we are looking for a wagon. We want to make sure that all of that is in a great shape. And then last but not the least is
How do you do the inspection?
yes, great question. So we will find a certified or a very well reputed third party
Oh, I
independent
see.
service
Yeah.
provider who will actually visit the dealership and take the wagon or take your vehicle, potential vehicle, for a spin. So they will test it on a city roads, they will test it on a freeway, and they have their own independent set of activities what they will do. Keeping in
Wow.
mind
Hmm.
that it costs anywhere between $150 to about $300, depending upon which service provider we are going at. And so,
Hmm.
but we'll curate, we'll find those options for you, and then we'll have a dialogue, we'll huddle it, and then we'll choose the one. Again, it is optional, but this is something what we always recommend our clientele when they are looking for a vehicle like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um, I was looking online in your profile. It says that you specialize in Mercedes, or do you, or is that not really true?
So we are make and model agnostic, but yes,
Okay.
we are doing I would say a lot of HNI clients who are looking at Porsches, Lambos, Mercedes, Beamers, right, Alphas, etc. Bugattis we have done. We have served some of the NBA and NFL players as well in the past. And
I
so
see.
we specialize in a very high-end, ultra luxurious vehicles. But we are also catering to some of the families who are looking at 20,000, 30,000, $40,000 segments as well. So we want to make sure that we are able to cater to every different buyer persona, and with a very core emphasis, or I would say the ethos, what we have, the mission for what we are doing this is to save your hard-earned money and to have a seamless and hassle-free experience as a part of this process.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that it's not that common a car in the United States, so it's
Mm-hmm.
so from my experience, it's like I owned this car. It was a 2017, so I've owned it for a bunch of years, and I'm pretty familiar with like the maintenance problems that it can have and all that sort of stuff. So and also and the trim level and stuff is important. Sometimes a lot of times they have a good trim level, but sometimes they miss out on important things that you think it would have and it doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
So and also the mileage, I'd probably want something under 30,000 miles.
Oh,
Um,
okay. You are looking for something under 30,000. Okay, that was my next question
yeah,
for
I
you.
mean, I don't know. It's 30,000 gets to be a lot of miles, if you're dealing with a car that's 3 years old and a 2023 or so, that's like what, 10,000 a year. That's sort of average use.
Yes.
It's, when I get older, if I get more, then I don't know. It would have to be a really
Mm.
good deal, you know?
Yes, yes,
And
correct.
yeah. So I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
just prefer to have it like that. And I mean, listen, it's a very simple car and there's only one wagon, right? So it's not like, you know, it's not hard to get like 80% of the way there, but it's harder to get 100% of the way there.
Yes, yes. It is more along the lines of that finding the needle from the haystack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen some options online which could work, but it's, you know, and I've bought
Hmm.
online before, but it's just, it's a little, it's hard to tell sometimes. And
Correct.
also
Correct.
those cars they're still priced in, sub $70,000. I mean, they're still pretty expensive cars, even used.
Yep.
So
Yes. Yes. Yes.
so it's sort of I have
Yeah.
to be careful. Yeah.
Yeah. We have to be very careful and we have to be diligent about it. One of the
Yeah.
things is that we will always prefer that even the pre-owned is again getting sold by the Mercedes dealership themselves, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things what we look at the Carfax report is we don't want this vehicle to be driven. Of course, it's a very premium and very important vehicle for you, but it should not be like driven as a fleet vehicle, or it should not be on a
Oh, right. Yeah.
corporate leasing because we don't know how many people have driven it in the past or how often there's like travel from one part of the country to the other part of the country, right? From East Coast to the West Coast, etc.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
always look at something called a personal leased vehicle. So if someone has like personally leased the vehicle, let's say 10,000 miles a year for 3 years, which is 30,000
Yeah.
miles, right at your ballpark, and then they are again doing a trade with the Mercedes dealership either to upgrade or either to get any other vehicle or either just to give it away back after the contract completion. That's a perfect
Yeah.
vehicle for us.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree. Yep. I agree.
Correct. Yeah, and it might be priced a little bit higher than the other
Yeah.
non-Mercedes
Yeah.
or
I mean, they are
non-list vehicle.
sometimes.
Yes, but we what we have to really look here is value for money, right? And
Correct.
we have to map
Yeah.
what is the year and how many miles it has been driven, and how many services it has have on the Carfax and the auto check report, because that gives a little bit of that peace and the surety that yes, because you are going to invest about 60 to $70,000 plus the taxes, license, registration, etc. So we want to make sure that before we wire that funds to the dealership, either in the form of financing or in the form of cash purchase, we have all the ducks in our row.
Yeah. Yeah. So how does your pricing work then? I mean,
Yes,
how does it work with you?
great question. So let me come to that and let me share my screen with you real quick here. And it's a very transparent pricing. We have listed it directly on our website to make sure that it's the same
Oh, I
price.
didn't see that. Maybe I should have seen it,
Yes,
but
yes. It's not directly like a
oh, here,
dedicated
pricing. Yeah.
page. Yes, yes. Pricing is there, but if you can share, if you can see my screen, I'll just share my screen. I've just shared my screen here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so this is our pricing. So
Oh, I
it
see.
will
Yeah, I
be
have this. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
will be $998 all inclusive because we are not doing a trade. We are also not
Yeah.
looking at a car which is above $100,000. So this
Okay.
is for that. This is for everything from $20,000 vehicle to about $100,000 vehicle, all
Okay.
inclusive, whether it takes us 2 weeks, whether it takes us 6 weeks, or whether it goes until the end of July. It also
Yeah.
includes us liaisoning with to do the PPI, to look into the shipping, to connect with multiple dealership, to coordinate your test drives as and when required. All the steps are all inclusive of this fees, what we have. But again,
Hmm.
this is bifurcated into two parts. So we'll not request the entire $1,000 as we kick off the engagement or as we initiate
Hmm.
this process, but only $499, which is $500 as we initiate the curation, the market research, inventory availability, negotiation, and facilitating the deal. And the second and the final part of the $500 is only raised upon you receiving the keys to your wagon, to your all-terrain
Oh, I see.
vehicle,
Yeah.
and you are completely happy and satisfied with the process.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's reasonable. How
Yes.
much how much do you find you can save on the dealer price or I mean when you negotiate? What's your experience there?
Yes, great question. So to date, we have served over 1,000 clients across US, Canada, and Middle East now. And total negotiated savings is $5.4 million in tangible actual savings. So, and on average, it varies between $3,000 to about $14,000, depending upon the price of the vehicle, right? The higher the
Yeah.
price, the higher the savings. Now, in the range of like 60, 70, $80,000, which is where your vehicle comes across, it will be typically between $5,000 to $6,000 on the dealer pricing. The first things
That's
first
nice.
is
It's like, so 10%. Yeah.
yes, we always look at least 3x of absolute tangible savings of our fees. So if it is $1,000 fee, we want to make sure that $3,000 exact saving is happening. And I'll show you, like, we have documented spreadsheets to demonstrate the savings in a very transparent manner to you. And for every client of ours, we create a dedicated spreadsheet where we list down all the inventory options from 25 different online platforms. We will connect with every Mercedes dealership in New Jersey, New York, Manhattan, Delaware, Washington region to make sure that we are looking at all the inventory possibility. If required, we will scale it to Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, or on the Maryland side, or even sometimes to North Carolina as a region
Yeah.
as the entire geography pertaining to where you are currently based at. We have had several clients coming from uptown New York as well, from Boston, Massachusetts, across those regions as well. So we
Yeah.
know the geography quite well. We have done multiple Mercedes or Mercs deals so
Hmm.
far, and so we'll be able to exactly find that. And we don't stop until we find the vehicle for you, right? We'll also show you that, okay, if the vehicle is not at 30,000 miles, let's say if it is at 35,000 or 40,000 miles, then we'll highlight that in the listings
Yeah.
what we do,
Sure.
right? That this is a
Yeah.
little bit outside your your ideal scenario. But again, we want to be mindful of the options which are coming to us, and then we can pick and choose, we can eliminate, we can prioritize, we can prefer, and then from there we move into the negotiation phase, not only with one dealership, but with multiple dealerships. So we are not just confined that, okay, we'll only find three options and we'll only call three a dealership, that's it. Not like that, because
Yeah.
we want to find the best negotiated deal for you. Because the moment you get that, you will be super happy with the demonstrated efforts and the savings what you're getting as a part of the process. And on the top, that none of the dealerships will ever get to know till the final day that we are shopping on your behalf. So you are not
Okay.
inundated, or you are not, I would
Oh,
say,
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
getting calls, getting emails from all those dealership
Yeah. Yeah.
sales
Yeah.
reps,
Yeah.
sales clerks.
No, it's annoying. It's annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that is
And
the
also,
convenience. Yeah.
I find with this car, this type of car, it's harder to get negotiated prices because there's less inventory. It's not like they know that they know what they have. So they know that if someone's looking for that car, this car, it's a very specific car to look for. So in my
Mm-hmm.
experience, they tend not to give you much of a discount, at least to a regular guy, because they know that there's not a lot available, even
Yes,
across the
yes.
country. Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes they try to take advantage of that fact, but
Oh
we
yeah.
always
Yeah.
know that there will be one more car which will be coming. We always create a fillers to the dealership that, okay, because all the dealership also have that data, right? Someone who would have taken this all-terrain wagon, let's say 3 years ago. And so we'll ask them, hey, you call your existing customers and see whether they want to return the lease. And if they are doing so, we are looking to buy that vehicle.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh,
Yes,
that's
yes.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
That's good.
we
That's
try to
clever.
help
Yeah.
them so that we can get our work done.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, that's really smart. Yeah.
Correct. And
Yeah.
so we have a lot of creative ways through which we can deal with this situation. We also sometimes look at the loaner vehicles, which are not up for sale. But let's say
Yes.
it is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
12,000, 15,000 miles driven, not registered vehicle. But I guess in your case, you will be okay with it, right? So to each their own. So considering your preference, your requirements, we'll tailor our activities accordingly.
Yeah. No, I hear you. That's cool. That's great. Yeah. Because yeah, you're right. There's always more inventory than you can see online. Yeah.
Correct, correct. And then our team will be creating that connect with every dealership sales rep to begin with, and then we never negotiate with the sales rep. But we get all the first layer of activities and discussions done with them, and then we always, for the negotiation or for the final a round of like contract review, we always go to the directors at the dealership. Like it can be a finance director, it can be a
Yeah,
wholesale
sure,
director,
sure.
it can be a
Yeah.
pre-owned inventory director, because they have the, I would say, the leverage to discount or to reduce the price on that vehicle, right? And that is where we use the proven negotiation tactics, what we have built from that market understanding and from one-to-one interactions on a day-to-day basis, so that we are able to leverage that SOPs, which I have then shared with my team, so that you are able to gain that added advantage as a part of this exercise.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah. That's everything I hate doing.
And it actually motivates us. It gives us the
Yeah.
energy to do. Yes.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. That's great. That's really
Yes,
great.
yes. Correct. And I'm not an ex dealership salesman, or I thought that I'll do something because this is very lucrative as a part of the business. But this was again my personal problem. And I did not like the experience when I visited the dealership for the very first time to buy my new car.
Oh, it's
After
terrible. Yeah.
graduating with my master's in biomedical informatics from Arizona State, and I was like, there has to be a better way. And then I was able to figure that out. And then I was back to my work. But then people and in the community, people started saying that, yeah, Neil, can you help me? Can you help my mom? Can you help my partner? Can you help my spouse? And that is where it led to the inception of this boutique consulting and concierge offering.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, it helps a lot. I mean, you definitely save money. I mean, it's I bought a few cars now. I
mhm.
bought a Volvo many years
Oh,
ago,
nice.
direct
Okay.
direct from the dealer. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's they kind of, they know who they're
Hmm.
dealing with, they know
Yeah,
what they can get away with. So,
correct. And
yeah.
despite all this online systems and transparent pricing, what they claim about, nothing has evolved, right? We thought that after 3 years, like, I mean, I'm talking about back during COVID times, I thought that, okay, now everything will be online, the pricing will be very transparent, and then people can just
No,
do it as
no.
a DIY. But lo and behold, even till date, they are still doing the same practice.
No, it's terrible. It hasn't gotten
Yeah.
any better. It's impossible. And then, I mean,
Yes.
thankfully both cars that I bought from dealers, I bought them without having actually physically seen the car before it was delivered. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, I bought both, and they both were great. They were both great.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I can't complain at all. They were both excellent cars. So
Mm-hmm.
I got lucky there, but
You got lucky. We
but
have some unfortunate clients who will come to us after the situation has gotten bad. Yeah.
well, it's just that I think for me, I'm sort of, I wouldn't say I'm like a car buff or a crazy car person, but I know exactly the kind of cars that I want to drive. And
Mm.
so I don't get stuck. Like, no one's going to sell me a car I don't want, because I know exactly the car I want. So maybe I won't get the best price, but I know that
Mm.
it's the car I want, if you know what I mean. So
Mm.
so it's
Correct.
like, uh, you know, so at least I have that. And both instances, it worked super well. I mean, but but yeah, I mean,
Right.
but it's all the same. It's all like a certain mileage, a certain price point, certain kind of
Mm.
car, and then
Correct.
yeah, yeah.
So let me now show you. I'll just share my screen. Exactly what you mentioned, right? How you figure that out. So here is one client who was also looking for a very luxury Mercedes. Again, we will collect all this information from you. I have requested some of the information as we started this call so that we understand what you are looking at. But this is the document which gets created. We understand all of your options, what you're looking at. So in your
Oh, I
case, it
see.
will
Yeah.
be a used option on the Mercedes 2024 or 2025. We can also look at if it is being sold by an existing Mercedes dealership, whether they can certify that vehicle. So if it is only a personal leased vehicle, on the second
Hmm.
instance, they have the rights to certify it. And typically they will come back and say, yeah, it will cost $3,000, but in fact, it does not cost that much. We can
Yeah,
get
right. Yeah.
additional certification on the vehicle for less than $1,500. So that is where
Yeah,
we,
I like that. Both of my cars were certified pre-owned. Yeah, both of them. It makes a
perfect,
big
perfect.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, and we get additional
Yeah.
protection, and we get a peace of mind that something if happens, touch wood, but they will take care of it.
Oh yeah, no, and actually I researched that years ago, and I always buy them CPO because it's just way better, at least for the luxury cars, you know.
Yes, luxury cars, it's and they are very expensive to fix, right? If you when you look
Jesus,
at
yeah.
Mercedes, Audis, and Beamers of the world, the moment it goes
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the service center,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'll say now.
Oh my God, forget it. Forget it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh
So
man.
then let's little bit reframe what we are looking at. We will prefer that we look at CPO, but we'll also keep listing the used ones, right? So that way we have the full visibility of the
Yeah,
options
of
which are
course.
in the
Yeah, no,
market.
I understand. Yeah.
Yes, and as you have
I mean,
mentioned that yeah.
I mean, you could do 2022. You certainly can do 2023.
Mm-hmm.
They're different car between 2023 is the last model year before it got to the latest generation.
Mm-hmm.
So 2023 is a slightly different version of the 2024, 5, and 6.
Mm.
So I mean, I don't have a problem with 2023. You know,
Okay.
um,
Mm-hmm.
I just it just depends. 2022 also is possible, but that starts getting a bit old. It
Mm-hmm.
becomes, I don't know. I mean, it's, you get a car that's 2022 with low mileage, it's already 5 years old, and you wonder what's wrong with it, because
What's
it's not
wrong
being
with it?
driven enough, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
I don't
yes.
know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't
Because you're very
know.
specific on the miles, right? So we want to make sure that if it is a
I just
2022
know
one, yes. Mm.
I just
Mhm.
know like that I just know what I'm getting into, that after about, when it gets to about 50 or 60,000 miles, I know I'm going to have to spend money doing X, Y, and Z. And like, if I get a car that has 48,000 or 50,000 miles, then I'm going to probably have to immediately go and do all that, which is going to cost me thousands of dollars more, like I feel like a car with 50,000 miles is kind of a lot, you know. I don't know.
Mhm.
Especially if
Mhm.
you're paying 50, 60,000 for it. I mean, it's a lot. But,
Correct.
yeah. So, uh
Yeah.
yeah.
Just to add to what you just said, right? We want to make sure that
Yeah.
the moment it will go into 60K, 70K miles, you will have a lot of fixture uppers which will be required, maybe like a frequent services, which may be the need of the hour. So we'll focus on that 30,000 as the sweet spot to begin with. And what I wanted to share
Yeah, I
here
think
is
so.
that,
Yeah.
yes. And so I'll clearly emphasize to my team that this is the primary focus for us. You have shown flexibility with respect to the interior and the exterior color options. So that actually helps us have a wider options to look into rather than a very, very specific and a very niche listing per se. So that will be super helpful in this case, in your
Hmm.
case. And so when it comes to something similar to one of our other clients like this, we looked at all the new options. Of course, here the vehicle is different. We did it for Porsche Cayenne. But
Hmm.
again, I just wanted to show you the framework, the template, what we'll use in your case, which will be on the Mercedes E450, where
Yeah.
we looked at the new one, the certified one, as well as the certified coupe one. And then we looked at all the availability status, what is the pricing looks like, what is the difference on the CPO, which we just
Yep.
discussed briefly about, what is the initial out the door coming to be. And then what we do something is called miles driven versus the listed price. So we
Hmm.
put a mathematical formula. It is not coming out of any emotions. Here we take out the emotions and we look at where we are going to create a most value for money for you, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we put the miles, we put the price, and anything which is below the red line is by
Hmm.
default a good buy,
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
where you are taking it below the market price, essentially based on what is listed outside. And this price is not just the listed price, that is what is there online, because the listed price can be X, and by the time the dealership will give you the out the door number with all the
Yeah.
taxes, license registration, they are prerogative or they try to add some other fees also on the top of it, which is like a
Yeah, of
convenience
course.
package, paint protection, window tint fee, security
Oh
fee,
yeah.
etc.,
Of course.
etc.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we always make sure that we get rid of those.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah, you're making a lot of sense. And you're doing everything that I don't want to do. So
Thank you. This is another
yeah.
client. I'll keep it very short and brief, but also wanted to show you value for money. So something where
Yeah.
we'll look at the MSRP of your actual E450 vehicle, what we are looking at, and how much pricing has come down, right? What is the depreciation on
Oh, that's
MSRP?
interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many miles the vehicle has been driven? How far the
Hmm.
vehicle is, right? And what are the
Oh,
key
that's good.
packages which we are getting? Because there will be certain Mercedes where the packages will be a lot more. So we want to
Yeah. Right. Right. That's right.
make sure
Yeah.
that we value that vehicle compared to the other ones, right?
Yeah.
And then again, we look at some graphs. I'll zoom out a little bit so that you have full options to look. But this is the level of depth of the analysis and the market comparison the team will do.
That's cool. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Very
again,
cool.
in this, the same thing what we did is we did the full listings here. And you look at this client of ours, she was looking at so many specifications in one
Yeah.
vehicle. So we had to manually find, because this is all the information what you will not find on any online listing, let's say on
Yeah.
cars.com or autotrader.com or truecar.com. So this is where we pick up the phone, call the dealerships, ask them to give us all the information, again in documented way, because we know dealers are not the people where you can just acknowledge what you are saying over the call. It changes at lightning speed. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me about
so, correct.
it. Yeah. You're not telling me anything I don't know. Yeah. I hear you.
Exactly, exactly. So
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take a pause here and I'll open it up for you to ask any questions or any inputs you want to share.
No, that's it. That sounds great. I mean, you know, I guess if we go ahead, I have to send you more as many details as possible, right? About
Yes, yes. Or we
yeah,
can take the next 5 minutes. I have this form, and again, this form will help us to at least get the basics started. And of course, you can share more information as we kick off this process. But real quick, I'll just go ahead and fill this out. Let me know once you are able to see the screen.
let's see. Oh yeah, right. Uh-huh.
Okay, so I have your email address, so we will skip it. We'll look at the pre-owned, certified pre-owned.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll look at preferably within 2 weeks and looking for the best deal. We'll look at 2024 or newer, preferably. I'll
Well, no,
also
you can
go.
do. I think you can do 2023. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, and I also
okay.
think. I mean, my experience just looking online is 2025 ends up being much more expensive. But you can
Mm,
see. You can see.
okay. So that
Yeah.
that question will come here, exactly what you have
Yeah.
just said. What is kind of your budget you are looking at? So we also want to make sure that we stay
I
within that or prefer within that. Yeah.
I would ideally all in like to be below 70. That's what I would like to be. Yeah. You know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And are you planning to purchase the vehicle through cash, finance, or
I
lease?
might finance it. I might finance
Mm.
part of it. The other thing too is I could do a down payment too to So,
Hmm. Hmm.
so I might finance it because I can write it off and stuff. So, you
Yes, of
know,
course, you can do that.
yeah. So,
Right.
but probably partially.
Okay, perfect. I have your name and number. I'll come back. I will keep 500 miles because I know that you have mentioned it's tough to find.
I mean,
So we'll
you can go
start.
across the United States. I don't care.
You
I
are
mean, you
fine
can
with it?
go.
Okay, okay,
Oh
okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely, yeah. I mean,
okay.
I bought a car in Rhode Island a couple of, like 10 years ago. I mean, so yeah,
No way.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Great.
And I just had it
Great.
shipped. I had it shipped there like 10 years ago. It was the Volvo I bought. I bought it in Rhode Island, and he shipped it to my place at the time was in Pennsylvania, and it, a few days later it just showed up at my garage. My local garage guy. They just dropped the car off, and that was it.
Uh, okay. So you have that shipping, transportation, logistics experience, right? So we
I
will
work,
also take
yeah,
care
I'm
of
very
that.
familiar with that. That's
Right.
part of my. I work in that area anyway, so
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
not
You work in that area. Okay. So I'm
yeah. So
preaching
I
to the
don't care. I don't
choir
care about any of that.
here.
Yeah, I don't care about any of that. Yeah, yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. And also,
So,
sometimes you get a warm weather. You go to a warm weather state, you get a car that's in better condition, right? It's like
yep, that is so true.
Florida, right?
Yep. Uh, Florida, Arizona, California, much better.
Yeah,
Much,
yeah,
much better. Okay. And then in the trim level, you have told me it has to be a wagon, right?
yeah. Well, it's a wagon by default. They only make the all-terrain as a wagon. Yeah,
Okay, all terrain as wagon. Perfect. Okay. And
yeah,
30,000 miles is what we have discussed. Packages will
yeah.
look TBD because there are very few, so we'll keep it optional. And also,
Okay.
I think it comes in all-wheel drive, right?
Yeah, that's default. Yeah, there's no
Yes,
other
that's
option.
default. Yes, I was just looking up here. For exterior colors, let me just see my notes here real quick. I've put it in the chat. But you have mentioned black, white, or gray. Okay,
Well,
so
yeah, I mean blue, but I mean, is fine. I gotta look at hold on a second. Let me just
so
see.
maybe let me put for now all colors, and then you can eliminate once we find those vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, there's some colors like probably red I wouldn't want.
Hmm. Okay, perfect. Okay, no
It
red, but
says
I'm
so
mostly
graphite gray,
seeing,
nautical blue, brown,
yeah.
metallic. Probably not red or brown. Yeah.
Hmm. No reds, browns, blues, etc. Hmm.
But blues are fine. Yeah, blue would be nice, but they're very few. I never see them.
Yes, yes. So what I'm just putting here, I'll also share my screen again, is that I'm just putting no red and brown. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
in the
for
interior, no white. Yeah.
yes, interior, one second. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, no white. Okay. And any must-haves, anything very specific which you have in mind?
Yeah, it's gotta have some of the premium packages on there. I forget which ones they are, but it can't be. I need,
Just not
let's
the
see.
basic, not the base model, essentially.
Yeah, like let's see. They have
Okay. So,
so there's I don't really care about let's see, there's Pinnacle leather. It's gotta be leather.
okay.
Driver assistance, the premium sound system, you know, uh, you know. I mean, obviously, the nicer the package, the better. I mean, the car I have now it has front it has front heated and cooled seats. That's nice. Sometimes you see them without cooled seats, but I really like the
Mhm.
cooled seats. So
Okay.
my experience is that the packages that I like are usually among the better ones. It doesn't have to have everything, but it's usually among the higher packaged cars.
Correct. So
Have yeah,
it has to be something like this. Let me show you. So this is for the new build, which I just pulled it up. Let me know once you are able to see my screen.
yeah,
Yeah. So this is a 2026 all-terrain vehicle. Of course, it
right.
has multiple color options, but you are looking for something like this, like the leather package should come. Then this is like a multi-contour sitting package, which is like ventilated front seats, heated seats, air balance, right? And then we look at
Yeah,
next as an option. Then it has like the trim option, super screen package, winter package, which we might need in New York, right? And so
yeah,
we'll look at these
exactly. Yeah,
options, but we are not creating a build. It will be on case by case basis. So what we'll
exactly.
do
Yeah,
is that we'll list down uh, the options which are coming up with some of the packages. And again, we'll have to look at the build of like 2024 or 2023 per se. So
yeah,
we get
yeah,
that window sticker, right? Essentially the window sticker
yeah. Of
from the
course. Yeah,
dealership so that we
yeah.
will be able to see what all it contains or what all kind of packages it has by default. And then we can list them down as a part of our market research process.
Yep, yep.
Okay. So list all the packages as a part, list all the packages
And I'm very
during
familiar
duration.
with them, so it should be easy for me to like analyze it. You know.
Correct. And on this note, anything which you don't want, like anything must not have said.
Um.
I think not a base model. Let me just take this from here.
Yeah.
Yes, because that is something
There's
what we have made it
it's
regardless.
such a specific car that it's pretty much like there's not much that I really, you know,
Right.
there's not much
So,
that I dislike. It's just yeah.
right. That is true. That is true. Just a second here. Let me just put this information so that I can get the form submitted, shared with the team. Right, just a second. I'm just putting your name, your mobile number, and the email which you have shared with us. And again, please, as we initiate the process, if something comes to your mind or if you want us to update your preference or make some slight tweaks, we are completely flexible to this. This is not like once done and that's it, right? Uh, we will take care of whatever updates you have along the process. But again, as you mentioned, that is a very specific car, so we are not left with many options also. So,
Yeah.
okay. So I went ahead and filled out the form. You will just get a notification as well, and then our team will also get the notification along the way. So yes, this is where the details is what I've discussed with you. We walked through the process on a very high level. Of course, there are multiple documents across multiple different specifications of our clientele, both on the Mercedes side as well as non-Mercedes side, which I can walk you through. One more thing I wanted to just share is that all of our client reviews are also on the website. Let
Okay.
me share my screen here. Uh, so we are again very grateful that we are featured across more than 30 plus media publications. And we have all these client reviews, client videos, and client stories here. So if I click on client reviews, we have these reviews again scattered, bifurcated across Google, email, LinkedIn, text, and social media. And these are all the reviews what we have received from our clients throughout the journey of our support, which we have provided to these clients. I'll not take an hour to read all the reviews, but just wanted to give you a very high level overview on that. And then these are all the media features what we have. So I think that the some of the things what you might be looking at or what you would have got an update is this. So this is one of our media publication where we are saying that we are redefining a luxury automotive experience. And that is where we have listed down all the leading luxury brands like Lambos. We also did Lambo Urus about a month ago. We have done a lot of Rolls-Royce like Rolls-Royce Ghost and Cullinan, etc. And Aston, Porsche.
Sorry, I got muted again. Sorry. I got to know what happened.
No, no worries.
I got
Yes.
No, I was
Uh,
saying thank you. That sounds great. I thank you for your time and I appreciate it. Yeah.
Perfect. So what we'll do is, as a part of the next step, we'll send you a detailed email outlining what we have discussed, along with a client handbook, where you will have the access to all the team members, the protocol, the communication, what we will follow through. We are available from Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern every single day. And then the associate concierge team and the client facing team will be in touch with you to take the process forward. But of course, as a founder, I'll be looped in all the email threads so that I know at what step we are and what kind of activities we are doing on a daily basis. Also, internally, we have a daily team huddle, which we go through on a morning and also in the evening basis. And then I will go ahead and raise the $499 invoice through PayPal. So you can pay through credit, debit, or through an Apple Pay for your availability today or tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Welcome aboard. We look forward to serving you, James. Have a
Hey,
wonderful
thanks for your
day
time.
ahead.
Yeah,
Yes,
you too.
take care.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.